All right, today I want to talk about the downfall of pop culture and why I personally don't enjoy anything anymore, especially anything mainstream. And I was sitting in my car a couple days ago thinking, like, how do these people eat up this garbage over and over again? How do they keep listening to these same recycled songs with the same patterns, same vocal style, same flows? How do they watch these same remastered shows and TV shows and movies, and how do they do it? How do they eat this garbage up and are still happy and still buy into it? How? And I finally realized it doesn't matter actually what the fuck it is. It's because they have people to do it with. That's what matters. They don't really actually care about whatever it is. They're just happy they have somebody to do it with. I feel like the most menial shit on the planet, just like sitting and doing nothing, will be 1,000 times better if you have somebody to do it with, and it won't be depressing at all. And I think that's like how nostalgia is created, like good nostalgia. Because like I have so much bad nostalgia from like pop culture and shit. Like for example, like especially with music. Like music is a one thing that like brings back so many memories. Like it's so bad. Like certain songs, like certain mainstream songs at whatever time it was, bring back such bad memories from like shit that's happened. Like for your average like normal person, like I feel like especially with like now like with pop culture, like TikTok trends, like you see all these people like doing like these trends. Like if for example, if you were like if you had teen love and you were doing like I don't know, like these listening to this one song, or you watched this one movie together, it didn't matter what the fuck the movie was, you would still enjoy it because you had somebody to do it with, and you look back on it and be like, oh, I remember that time in my life. But when I look back on the shit, I'll be like, oh, fuck that garbage. All these kids were doing the shit, I was sitting on my ass, so like I don't enjoy anything. I don't think I'll ever be happy or content with anything. Like I just don't enjoy anything. I really don't. And I think it's because I never had anybody to do things with. But at the same time, like even when I used to go to parties like every now and then, like now it's over for that shit, like literally over. I'm never going to one ever again, because I don't have anybody to invite me to them. I'm never ever going to one again, and I think like that's good for my mental health because they never worked. Like they just made me more depressed, and I always wondered too, like I always felt so left out. Like I never understood like how. Like I would just like look at all these people having fun and shit, and I'd be like, how are they doing that? Like, how do you do that? I would just wonder, how do they do that? And then I'd make like an effort to talk to somebody. It was like an endless cycle, I'd get, build my confidence, quote unquote, whatever. And I'd approach somebody to talk to them. Then the conversation would go nowhere. And then I'd get depressed and not talk to anybody. And then it was just like an endless cycle, and I was never, ever happy once going to a party. Never. I always came home insanely depressed, like such horrible depression, and like the songs never made it better, like around like 2018, that fucking Sicko Mode song by Drake, that song brings back so much bad memories, man. It's not even funny. Just like watching like everyone have fun with that song and shit, dancing, hanging out while I was just like doing nothing, like sitting back in the sidelines, So, like, that's why I just don't enjoy these things, because, like, I never had anybody to, like, have fun with it, I never did. And I noticed, too, like, with, like, video games and shit, like, let's say I'm playing a game all day, let's say I'll play, like, fucking Minecraft for, like, 12 hours straight. By the end of the day, I'll be bored to tears of Minecraft, and then let's say my friend gets on, all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, hell yeah, let's play Minecraft, and I won't even, like, bother it. Like, I won't even, like, be bored anymore. I'll be like, okay, like I have this whoever, who the fuck to play with, it'll be fun now. I have somebody here to play with. Cause like, it's actually so brutal. If you grew up in a single only child, household, like an only child where you had like, not like multiplayer games, but you had like split screen games, like that shit was so brutal. I used to fucking literally plug in the controller, like 2 controllers and just play with myself. That sounded weird, but you know what I mean? Like I would just like put the controller like to the right, and then like one to the left, and I'd like play like with both of the controllers, like pretending like somebody was there. Like it's over. If you were doing that shit as a kid, like playing with yourself, like with multiplayer games, it was over. You know, like this shit was so brutal. Like I used to do that a lot as a kid, like because I was so fucking bored. Like I wanted somebody to play the games with, I wanted somebody to do all this shit with, and it never happened, which made me just not fucking like anything. You know, and then even too, like I don't even think like, because I always see right through this trash. Like I don't know how like your average like person can't see through this trash. I guess they don't care, right? Because if you're having fun with people, if you're, you know, out there, you're not gonna give a shit. Like you're not gonna care that the same song has been, you know, the same tempo, same fucking vocal style, same flow. You're not gonna care. Like it's just like you're with your friends. You know, you're creating a memory, and it's gonna be nostalgic if you hear the song in the future. It doesn't matter that it sounds like all the other freaking songs out there, because all these songs sound the damn same to me. You know, I just think they're garbage, repetitive garbage now. But I guess if you know, you're a normie, you wouldn't care because you're creating memories with people, you know, while listening to the song. Same thing for the movies. You know, I'm pretty sure these people know, like, yeah, this fucking shit has been remade 10,000 times. But I mean, hey, at least I got to go to the movie theater with like my girlfriend and my friends, you know. It's like that kind of thing. They know like this pop culture is overrated and dumb, but they don't really care. It's kind of like an I don't know, like a ignorance is bliss type of shit. Like they know that like these video games are remastered. Because I remember when Black Ops 1 came out, and now we're on like, what the fuck are we on? I don't even, it's just insane. I keep seeing they remastered, like I saw the new Call of Duty, like the leak or whatever, and it's just like the same remastered fucking shit over and over for the past decade, guys. I'm like, how do people enjoy? I can't even play this shit anymore. It's like I'm like living that shit like the Groundhog Day shit, you know, just playing the same game over and over again. You know, like the copes are like really, they're getting shorter and shorter, like they really are. You know, like I'll pick up like some like little hobby for myself, and I'll get bored of it like so fast, you know. Unless I'm like good at it, then I'll like keep at it. But like, you know what I mean? Like I just like pick up shit and just I'm like, why am I doing this? You know, it's just boring as hell, you know. Like I want somebody to do this with, you know. And it was especially like, man, like thinking back, like I said, when I was younger with that shit, like I would play with myself like with board games and shit, because like I would always ask like my dad to play video games. He never would fucking play games with me and shit. My mom never did, because she didn't know what the fuck to do. She was trash. She didn't know how to play video games, so like I literally couldn't play with anybody. And like anytime like I had a friend over, which was super rare, I would be so fucking happy that they were playing the game with me, you know. So yeah, that's like my whole analysis on like pop culture and why like just your average person who's having fun, making memories, you know, has people with them and isn't lonely, is not going to care about pop culture being bad. They're just going to roll with it because they're having fun, they're having a good social life, which is what humans are meant to do. You know, we're meant to have friends, relationships, all that shit. It's human nature. And when you're lonely like me, where you got nothing, it's just like everything kind of seems to suck. But yeah, that's pretty much it.